Hello, my friends. Sonia here with Fresh Approach Fitness, a wellness company. And thank you so much for joining us. It is May 4th, 2021, and this is episode number 55. And in this particular episode, we are talking today about the title is Stop Cutting Corners. So, what we want to do is we want to curtail the excuses. We want to conquer and push through those crazy days. So in essence, we want to stop cutting corners of our life, especially the corners that matter. Some days are crazy, right? And for me, there used to be an immersed relationship between the craziness of my days and the quality of my food choices. The crazier the days, the lower quality of my food choices. Thankfully, that's no longer part of my story, but it is still there every once in a while. And as you're listening to today's podcast, I want you to take in mind that not everything that you would listen to and that you try to apply is going to be 100% effective. Some weeks, some days are still going to get the better of you. What you want to keep in mind is how quickly can you bounce back to your new normal. And your new normal is taking care of your mind, body, and soul. Your new normal is to achieve time freedom, elevate finances, balanced energy. Your new normal is living your best life. So if you have a day, and I'll be honest, like I did yesterday, I needed to leave my house. I went and picked up McDonald's. I called a girlfriend. I drove around. I went to the park. I came back home. Not the best choice. McDonald's was not the best choice, no. But there is room for McDonald's in my life. Now, for me, cutting corners, there's also room for improvement. So, yes, you're right. I am the most real coach you've ever met. I talk about that all the time, the best kept secret, because I'm just like you. You know, I've gone through some of these experiences, but some of these experiences I'm still going through. You know, in most cases, I've made it through the other side of the mountain, and then life has hit, and I have regressed a little bit, and I bounce back. And that's what I want you to think of as you're listening and leaning into today's message when it comes to stop cutting corners and conquering through or pushing through those crazy days. Because life is full of them, and sometimes crazy days don't have to be hustle and bustle. They can also be super slow and monotonous, right? It depends how you label it and depends your personality and how it works for you. So buckle up, my friends, grab your pen and paper, get ready to press pause when you need to. We are going to get started. Before we go too far, jot this down, SONYA at freshapproachfitness.ca. If there are any topics you want to go over, if you are curious about any of the information I present, if you want more information, or if you have a question, reach out anytime. And don't forget to follow along or to join our Facebook group, Celebrate Everything. It's a person dancing and some celebration glasses and some balloons. Those are some of the emojis that I've put on at the end of that group. But it's a great community where you're going to get lots of love and support when you're ready to join us. Okay. Ready? Some days are crazy. Right? Who can agree? Crazy in one end of the spectrum or another. And I know, as we're heading into a full first year, plus more so, of lockdown, some days are so different than you want them to be. Emotionally, some days are hard. Some days are easy. Task-wise, some days are hard. Some days are easy. The juggling act, the parents, the kids, the jobs, the school, the responsibilities, the other people in your social circle, your extended family outside of your physical household, your pets, your responsibilities, the people that report to you. Some days it gets to be much. So how do you handle those moments? Especially when it comes to food, okay? This is something you can conquer. If your choices are only on point when life feels manageable and predictable, you're in big trouble. I'm going to repeat that. If your choices are only on point when life feels manageable and predictable, you're in big trouble. Life doesn't work that way. Most of you listening to this are around your 40s, give or take. Some might be in your 30s, some might be in your 60s. But the point is, we should know by now that life, it does not go as expected. or as planned. From the thoughts that we thought of when we were a child to our intentions in the most recent future to necessarily our future. We don't really know what's coming around the corner, but we do know that there's change all the time and unpredictability. So here's what I know to be true for me. My choices need to be the highest quality on my crazy days. And when I say crazy days, again, look at either side of the spectrum, because when I'm in the middle, when I'm if you take 1 to 100 as your spectrum right now, when I am sitting between, I want to say 20 and 80, for me, that's pretty good. Anywhere between that range, I'm pretty good. If I'm outside of 20 or outside of 80, normally it's on the low side. I tend to emotionally eat when I'm a little bit underwhelmed, stressed, bored, restless. That's for me, my areas of where I turn to food. Some people might turn to food on the higher end when they're excited for celebration and things like that. Everybody is different. Where do you fit on that scale? On that scale of 1 to 100, where do you normally slip? Because it's not when the moments are good. It's not when we have the time to meal prep. I meal prepped this weekend. It would have taken me 2 minutes to put together a Buddha bowl. I have quinoa in the fridge. I have my peppers and my onions all cut. I have chicken already cooked. I have eggs already cooked. I could have made a Buddha bowl in seconds. I need it out of the house, right? I use going out for lunch as an excuse because I can't go see my friends because we're in shutdown. So there's my story. Whether I like it or not, there's my reality. But crazy days mean something different for everybody. High emotions, high stress, lots of pressure, tons of projects. Travel, maybe not right now. Unexpected problems and challenges. And again, it could be the reverse feelings where you're not feeling fulfilled, you're not feeling satisfied, you're restless, you're bored. It means something different for everybody. But your choices need to be of the higher quality on these days. Because one slip could lead to other slips. You don't know what that could look like, but that could come to maybe you're like, oh, I screwed up lunch, so now I'm not going to eat a healthy dinner. Maybe you're going to indulge in ice cream or have a couple more drinks at night. Whatever it looks like for you, but normally one slip up or one misstep, one poor choice in a case when it's dealing with emotions on the crazy days and cutting corners for whatever reason is going to lead to other slip-ups. And you don't want that. You don't want to be going down this downhill spiral. And today we're talking a little bit more so about meals, in case you didn't pick it up. Meals and movement. Mindset will come up a little bit, but the same holds true with money. If you go on a spending spree for whatever reason, you go crazy on Amazon or some online shopping, you explode with some yummy Zaya, and you look amazing, by the way. But yeah, my friends are laughing. I can tell. I can hear you laughing right now, guys. That was a shameless plug because I do carry the Zaya line. But, and seriously, the most comfortable clothes I have ever worn. So, if you slip up financially, the same thing happens. Oh, I screwed up. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to use my card now, or I'm just going to go crazy. No. Listen in. Lean in. Let's change the story. Okay? Crazy days are meant to make you stronger. In the past, I would use those days, those moments of things not going well, life not being in alignment, those moments of high intense feelings. And as an empath, I obviously get them often. I need to regress and redirect my attention. I also like to keep super fulfilled in my life. I like to know I have lots of different things that I can do, so I don't lean into food. I like the taste of food. Who doesn't? But I don't want to eat food all the time. I really don't. I want to eat it for my meals. I want to eat it for nourishment. And I want to be mindful of my choices, which means I want to be 2 steps ahead. Okay? I typically feel more stressed and more unhappy as a result of my less than stellar choices. How did eating McDonald's make me feel better yesterday? It didn't. Let's be honest. It gave me a sense of purpose to leave the house in a direction, which we need sometimes. But you guys have to remember, just to put things into context, I don't leave the house very often, and I am an extrovert. I like to go out, I like to be with people, but I'm restricted. Now, as a society, we're all restricted to being at home, and I haven't even seen my girlfriends in a while. Like, it's just every once in a while you need to just do something and get out there. So, let's go in a little bit deeper on this. I feel more stressed and more unhappy as a result of my less than stellar choices. Anybody else? Anybody else use those crazy days to justify overindulging or not working out or cutting the corners of self-care? Yeah, I could have painted. I could have made a Buddha bowl, put my paint set out, and I could have painted for half an hour with some music on. Absolutely. Could have maybe made dinner. Probably would have made the whole family happy. Just change my environment and change my pace. Get out of the office for a little bit, right? So we're going to talk about this a little bit deeper. But for me, here's what I've done that's made a bit of a difference more often than not. I like to wake up early and do the most important things first. For me, that's taking care of my body. Up, dressed, move my body. Whether it's a walk, whether it's on the bike, whether it's one of the workouts, Fusion 15s that I'm doing. I also like to have my food ready to go. I don't want to lose time cooking and cleaning when I'm already stretched thin, or when I have my morning packed with things I want to get done before I start work. Um, how about you? Do you plan and prepare your meals? We haven't meal planned. Actually, we did last week, and I know I was going to say we haven't meal planned yet for this week. But I have some ideas that I'm going to roll out, and we're going to make it happen. But do you make time in your week to make your week a little bit easier as it goes along? So have your food ready to go, because when you're already feeling like you're in a bit of a rush, or your emotions are off, or you just want to cut corners, it's better to grab and go from your own fridge than to go out anywhere else. Make time to work out. Okay. This really makes a difference for me because I get my mindset on straight right away. And actually, it might be a strategy I try throughout the day is just take a 5-10 minute cardio break. That's it. Meditate. Guys, meditate. Even if your only opportunity to meditate is in the shower. Actually, in the shower is where I do a lot of my gratitudes, to say what I'm thankful for. And take a few minutes in there just to be thankful for everything that I have. I also dress in a way that makes me feel confident and beautiful. I don't lounge around without a bra or clothes that are too big. I don't. Whether or not I'm on Zoom, whether or not I'm connecting with clients, I get up and make myself feel good every single day. I also choose a great attitude. Actually, I don't even feel like I choose a great attitude. The attitude chooses me. No, people that are listening to this, people that have known me for most of my life, they want my energy. I wake up with this energy. It's a novelty for a lot of people. I'm sure people that have lived with me find it exhausting. I don't. It's who I am. I don't get rid of it. It's just me. But that great attitude, that positive mindset will bring you everywhere in life. Everywhere, right? Like everywhere in life. Even when I'm conversation with people, when I'm chatting with people, I ask myself, what can I learn from them today? I have attracted this person into my life somehow. I don't know why. What am I meant to learn? What is our takeaway? So do you do that? Do you set yourself up with a great attitude no matter what's going on? An opportunity to learn, an opportunity to grow. So I'm going to recap that list of how I personally conquer crazy days. And these are my non-negotiables. I wake up early and I do the most important thing first. Hence, typically my podcasts are done super early in the morning. I have my food ready to go. Although I work from home, my food is grab and go in the fridge because I'm that type of person. Okay. Make time to work out. Absolutely. I am working out 5 days a week now, maybe 6. It feels fantastic. Fantastic. Meditate. Whether it's meditation, affirmations, gratitudes, I definitely do my gratitudes in the shower. I write down my 3 things in the morning and my 3 things at night. So every day. So I've created a customized playbook. And if you're interested in this, we should chat about it. But what it is, it's a 3-part journal. And the first part is the 21 Days to a Smiling Reflection program. In there includes the whole program, why change is hard, everything. And I've also included some pages in there about affirmations, gratitudes, and I've added some extra pages. And in these extra pages, morning time, my affirmation for today is blank. What I'm looking forward to the most today is blank. Those are the 2 points I answer in the morning. And then at night, today I'm grateful for blank. The people in my life I'm grateful for blank. One thing I learned about myself today, blank. Every day I work on this before I start my day, before I give my time to other people. Okay? That's how I meditate, affirmations, and do my gratitude is kind of all part and parcel with that. Definitely meditate to slow down. Meditate to put yourself in perspective. Meditate to catch your breath. I also dress in a way that makes me feel confident and beautiful. Sometimes it's dresses, sometimes it's not, but I really don't put frumpy clothes on. I don't put pajamas on during the day. I dress for success, not top end, but I dress as if somebody were to, if I was not in an office, I mix it up. My personal blend of yoga pants and a nice top with my hair and makeup done. Like I get up and get dressed every day. And I choose a great attitude. The other thing that has been super helpful for me is reminding myself that although it is tempting, like yesterday, to treat myself with food on a hard day, it will absolutely make me feel worse. Now, 9 times out of 10, I can talk myself out of why I'm going to pick up junk food. Or I don't even want to say junk food. Not even indulgence, because for me, an indulgent would be a classy restaurant and a couple $100 and time together. In this case, I can fast food, I can talk myself out of. Even a coffee at Tim Hortons or a tea, maybe not a tea, but I will talk myself out of a sandwich at Tim Hortons for sure, or a meal somewhere. So for me to have said yes to yesterday, it was probably for a different reason. It was probably serving a different purpose about just getting out of the house. So had I had a different distraction, I may not have gone to McDonald's. I probably would have eaten the Buddha Bowl, maybe go to the beach, and that's what I can do next time, right? So when we do cut corners, when we do take those shortcuts or try something different or shortchange our goals, which is what we're doing, all I did yesterday was delay the goal. Well, and I gave you a purpose for listening to today's podcast. And I let you know that I am normal, right? I have moments. And I just confessed as your fitness guru, your health and wellness coach, your transformation coach, that I ate McDonald's. I'm human. I'm human just like you. But here's the thing. It will always make me feel worse. It'll not change my mindset, but it'll give me no energy. It'll bring me down on my attitude scale. And it doesn't sit with me. So without a doubt, making awesome food choices will make me feel better than making average food choices. Yesterday was an average food choice. It was nothing to do with nutrients at all. Nothing fulfilling at all. But it was what I wanted. Okay? I'm not justifying what I did, but I'm letting you know moments are human. Your goal is to make those moments fewer and fewer and fewer. Not to get rid of them, but to make them fewer or fewer or fewer. There is room for everything in your life. What does it look like? And how does it fit into your life right now? On these crazy days, I want to feel my best. So I think hard about what makes me feel my best and how I make time for those things. I have every reason in the world to skip workouts sometimes, or to not get my body moving, or to say I don't have time. But 10, 15 minutes with the workouts we're doing now, that eliminates the excuse of time, especially when it gives you so much more energy to put forth for the rest of the day. The workouts feel awesome, and I'm always proud of myself for completing them and feel empowered. Now, my job is to find ways of carrying out that joy and empowerment throughout the day with different things that I do. Whether it's things that must get done, whether it's saving something for another day and making sure my schedule is not too much, okay, because that's sometimes part of the purpose. Our schedule is overloaded. We feel like we don't have a choice, but we always have choices. Meditating slows things down quite a bit, right? I can do that by meditating. I can carry on the joy and empowerment that came from my workout in the morning into things like looking at my schedule, seeing what can be shifted or what's not as important. And I can do that by meditating, catching my breath, slowing down, and making the very best food choices possible. I can do that by taking a walk or spending a few minutes outside in the sun. There are different things you can do to get out there. On the food front, it's not easy to always make the best choices when we're hurried. Have food ready to go. Have some mason jars with some vegetables packed and ready to go. Have your salad and hard-boiled eggs ready to go. Have your snacks ready to go. The rest of my day yesterday, there was nothing wrong with it. I had oatmeal. I had protein powder. I had oatmeal for breakfast. I had a protein shake as a mid-morning snack with extra greens in there and fiber. Then I indulged in McDonald's around 2 o'clock. And then at night, I ate a healthy pad thai, healthy because it was homemade, pad thai dinner with no treats, no snacks. And right before bed, I got into some carrots and celery and snow peas after my workout. So in context, it wasn't the worst day possible, but I could have made it better. And every choice is a chance to make that better. Okay? If you are struggling with where to make these changes, if you're looking at stopping to cut the corners and making your life a priority, we should chat. I'd love to introduce you to the habit tracker and what I'm working on and how to make your goals that much more achievable. Because one of those days when you're full of energy and getting things done and crushing your to-do list and making great choices, when it feels like everything is possible, don't you want more of that? Seriously, don't you want more of that? When you notice how well a day like that is going, do you pause? That's a perfect time. Pause, grab your journal, use your phone, send yourself a voice memo, capture what's working. But when something is working, you want more of it because it feels so right. You don't just want to notice and appreciate it. You want to figure out how to recreate it. And that happens when we stop cutting corners. And this is where working with a coach is handy because they keep you accountable and help you reflect as to what was working for you. It is such a waste to think today was a great day without considering what made it a great day and how you can recreate it. You want to be recreating those great days. You want to be emulating that more often than not. So learn from those days. Learn from those moments. And when you're doing that, you can apply some of that to your everyday so you stop cutting corners. So you are feeling the energy. Okay. Next. We're not going to be keeping you for too long today, but I wanted to just go in a little bit more detail about what can be done differently. So it's not what can be done differently, but rather the process of noticing when something feels like it's working, figuring out what is different, duplicating the routine, and creating more of what's working. Play around with this for a little bit. Meals, movements, mindset, and money. Make those your 4 topics for the rest of the week and what's working and what's not working. Are you ignoring your budget? Why? Okay, if money is your target and you are ignoring looking at your budget or your bank account, why? If it's important to you, is it too big of a rule? I looked at my habit tracker last month and I realized my elevated finance section had no action or activity there at all. That didn't sit well with me. This is a goal of mine and I'm not even focusing on it. I do much better when I know where my money goes and when I'm on top of it and when I'm reviewing it a couple times a week. So if there was no action on that, that is an area I want to work on because for me, I want that to be in a feel-good section. So what can you do to make those small course corrections along the way so you're not cutting corners and so you are living your best life possible? I'm here to help you thrive and not just survive. We're starting with every choice is a chance to make a better decision when it comes to elevating and upgrading your life. I'm not keeping you long today. You're looking at about 25 minutes on this podcast. You know how to reach me. Let me know what you liked best about today's episode. Share with a friend. Join our Facebook community. And I would love to hear from you. Thanks so much, my friends. I want to learn how you're not going to be cutting corners.